according to the church tower down there, είναι 6 και 20 το πρωί. So 6:20 in the morning, if I got that wrong. The sun is just coming up here in beautiful Kastellorizo. We're going to start a walk. We're going to go up this hill behind us, along this sort of track. Then we hit these steps. There's about 300 or 400 steps there, which will take us to the top, up to kind of the plateau. We're going to walk there to a small monastery of St. George, I believe, and then we're going to cut through some of the little trails, the goat tracks, and we're going to go over to just over that side of that hill you can see there. There's the Paleokastro, which is the kind of like the ancient fort, which has been here for a couple of thousand years and been used through history by various people who were in charge of and conquered the island. So we will set off shortly and make our way up. The sun is just crept over the horizon, as you can see, as you may be able to see behind me. Not many people awake at this time of day. One lone fisherman over there, but other than that, nice and quiet, nice and cool. So far the sun's just getting up, so making an early start, and let's see how long it will take us to get up these steps. There is one other person awake. This little doggo who's Skilos. Skilos, who started to follow us. Hope he doesn't come too far. We're about to begin the descent ascent with these white steps behind us. Paleokastro. This is the start of the walk. There are these little signs for Route 7. You can get a hiking map of the area, which I saw in one of the shops, and also a couple of the hotels have a small, just a more basic map of some of the routes of the walk. So I haven't actually seen any of the other little signs, but I've seen a few of the 7, and this is where we're going to go. Adios Dorians Monastery. It's 1,100 meters up. It takes 45 minutes. I reckon we can do it faster than that, Marnie. What do you reckon?
I reckon we can do it.
Let's go. Let's see how long it takes. So the route starts just on the main road behind the village, and let's head up. This first section of the climb, you can see we're just getting above the village. We're about level with the castle in the background. This part of the path isn't too bad. It's just one sort of straight line up the hill. We're walking underneath these trees, which I think are cypress trees. I'm trying to check after. Which give a nice little bit of shade so far. So far so good. We're getting towards the top now. We're at this little section where you can see these walls, the white walls that you can kind of notice from down in the village as they twist their way up here. As you can sort of see where I've come from behind me. So gone from flat to pretty much steps the whole way up, but that's fine. Making good progress on the way up, and I think we're pretty much gonna hit the top shortly. But the views up here are just incredible. We can see Kastellorizo. That's the north part of the island over on that side, and obviously just across the water is Turkey, Turkey. It's Kaz, I believe it's called. A little Turkish town. Quite a few of our friends who were here for the wedding, they took the ferry over to Kaz for the day. They said it was okay, but we opted to just stay here, stay at the hotel, and just chill. But it could be worth exploring. We'll keep Turkey for another trip perhaps. Here we go. Just coming up to the final bend, 351. The view just gets better and better the higher up you go. I think this is more or less it. A couple more steps there, but this is probably like the last good viewpoint from here. Marina's got her camera out as per usual, taking some pictures. Coming to the very top here. Oh, I can feel a nice breeze coming over the top of this hill, which is most welcome. 400 steps. I think that is it. Now we're coming out onto the top of the mountain, top of the hill. It's just so rocky up here. So many rocks, little shrubs. Maybe a little goat herder's hut there. That is, I believe that's the very top summit over there. Looks like it's got some army stuff on it, radio towers, whatnot. So we'll not go there, but we'll start our little walk down these trails and tracks. You can see this dirt is red, partly where that name Kastellorizo comes from, I believe. The red sort of rock and dirt. It was named up by the Italians. If you can hear that, there's definitely a different vibe up here from down in the village. All you can hear are the cicadas, maybe the odd bell of a goat. Because while the village is peaceful, you know, there is a bit of there's that constant din from the navy ship. I imagine it's got a pretty big, we presume, diesel engine in there, so giving it off a bit of a hum. And then even there at 6 AM, the guys are up collecting the rubbish. So there's always a little bit of noise, but up here it's very, very peaceful and completely different. And still at this time, these sort of hills are providing that nice little bit of shade as well before the real heat of the day kicks in. So well worth a walk up here if you come to Kastellorizo. Probably took us 30 minutes max to get up that hill. So if you're relatively fit, highly recommend it. You can see now the path has got quite rocky behind me or below me. So worth bringing some hiking shoes, at least a decent set of trainers. You'll be fine for at least this part anyway, if you're not going to go too far. And look, there's these little signs again, 7, keep you on track, keep you on the trail. So pretty easy one, really, and no excuse not to, if you ask me. We made it to the first step, the Monastery of St. George. Nice and quiet and peaceful. Can't go inside, that's okay. Have a look around and keep going. In the background you can see the Acropolis of Kastellorizo, the ancient walls and fortifications, the later churches that were built. You can see this island is quite dry as it is. So how they've got water up here with no rivers? Well, they dug and built these large cisterns. This is the biggest. They collect rainwater, I presume, through the winter, store it in there. They even have little stairs coming down the side where you could go down and collect the water. So again, just amazing that they would think to do these things and that they would build these such a long time ago. And this one obviously had sort of a roof, keep the sun off it. This is the summit. Behind me you can see Kastellorizo, the village. This is one of 3 anti-aircraft gun emplacements that were built during the Second World War, I believe, by the Italians. Subsequently bombed and attacked by the British. So a lot of damage was done to the Paleokastro as you know, as part of that. So a lot of restoration work has been done to sort of restore it, which I think is awesome. That they make an effort to keep these things for future generations so we can visit them. And the views from up here just awesome. We did actually come up here yesterday, the day before, towards sunset, but foolishly didn't bring the camera, and I didn't see this the other day. So this is obviously another water cistern. You can see how deep it is, and the steps actually leading down. That's pretty cool. So I'll leave it there on top of the Paleokastro of Kastellorizo. Hope you enjoyed this video. It's a bit of a different style video, but if you like these, you know, historical videos, visiting some sites, and me just at least trying to share what I learned from various books, plaques, bits and pieces, I'll make more of them. So let me know in the comments what you think, and I'll see you soon. Bye.